Because I know that the major problem is denouncing.
Yes.
Some don't. Some will not because you're afraid of what might happen next.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
What's the strategy?
Our strategy, first of all, we have suggestion boxes. We call them suggestion boxes because we want people, the students and the schools, to know that we just want to get their suggestions. But in those boxes, we encourage the schools to, both the teachers, the parents, both the teachers, the students, and the proprietors, the administrators, write any violence that you are facing here, you cannot talk about it, drop in the suggestion box. We open those suggestion boxes sometimes once every month because we're the ones who keep the key, and then we take out school-specific, their specificities, specific problems, issues that are happening in that school, and we use that to do sensitization in that school. Now we also have we are training psychosocial counselors, and we do this in both because we work with public, work with lay private, we work with confessional schools, and we also work with boarding schools and day schools. In boarding schools, the peer counseling thing is very important because they live in the same building and the same environment. So we want them to open up to their peer. And we have seen that it's working. It worked in CBA in Moyuka, it worked in BHS Hawaii, and in other schools. And also we have a teacher training program where we are teaching the teachers to break the silence, and we have a student training program where we teach the students. So what we have seen is that our strategies are working because now
have children been able to tell you what's happening?
Yes.
Do they come to
they are opening up.
Now when you open those boxes, what do you read through? I'm really curious to know.
Yes.
What are some of those things that the children will write to you in that confidence? You don't want any other person to know about it.
One student opened up to us that she is being continuously raped by the uncle. She complained to the mom and the dad, and they refused. They said, your uncle loves you so much, he brings you things. And then we asked, where do you stay in the room, in the house? I stay in the same room with my uncle, because they believe that an uncle cannot do anything to the child, but they're doing that. So we had this in some school in Yaoundé. We have had students open up, like recently we have a case in the Littoral where a student almost committed suicide because the father has been raping her every day. And she did not know how to complain, but she has opened up finally to us because we give numbers and say call. If you think, we just share our numbers and say call us. Then we also have, I will quote an example of one of the schools in the Southwest where the discipline master was the master of the cane. But after working with them, the man realized that even his own little girl in the house, he was ill-treating her because he thought he was disciplining the child. So now we also have social cohesion between the teachers. The relationship is now more friendly. But we have violence reported by female teachers, sexual violence from other male teachers. We have sexual harassment. Okay, there was a student who told us that each time the teacher is beating her for the name tag, and it is sexually harassing her, it is hurting her health, and then it is humiliating her. We have students who have told us that we go to school with our dresses, they say they're short, and they tear it up again and allow us to move around naked.
Expose her
they expose her. There's a lot. There are also some teachers who say that when you punish a child for not doing the assignment, they say, okay, on that time or two. And when they close school, they wait on the highway. When the teacher is passing, they threw stones at the teacher. So there is a lot, and no school is the same. Some schools have advanced. The code of silence has been broken in some schools, but in some schools it's still there. So our suggestion, we also work with gender clubs. And the gender clubs, our intention using gender clubs is for the students. The gender clubs are clubs of students who come together, study and talk about.
Now, do you
violence.
have the impression, Crystal, that your message is going through, is sinking? Because I have the impression that despite the fact that you're doing a lot of sensitization, we still have more violence in schools. I mean, you're not getting
open violence is increasing.
Do you have the impression that the message, what you're doing?
Yeah.
There's results somewhere.
There is result. I think there's result. Cameroon has so many millions of schools. GID is working just 120, but with the 120, I think there is a great impact that has been. And why? Because we are using this holistic approach of involving everyone. It's everyone's responsibility. We're using the teachers, we're using the students, we're using the community, we're using the media, we're using everyone to participate in this, because it's a serious ill that is affecting our society. And just from the testimonies or the reviews from the students and even from the teachers, the evaluation, and the fact that we train these teachers and they now know what to do, and they give us the reports when we want to find out, okay, what have you done with this? We say, oh, we have solved it, we call this person. So they are equipped now and they know what to do. And a lot is changing. A lot, just that aspect of speaking out, which is the greatest, because truth is, many young people cannot speak out. And the proof is, I have my friends now. It's now with the knowledge that I have, the understanding that I have, it's now that I'm able to open up and say, you know, Crystal, do you know, actually I was violated by my uncle when I was young. So you have to understand that young people, it's difficult for them to speak out. So we are doing everything possible and involving everyone.
All right. Now, Tilda, I would like you to look at the camera. Say something to schools that are watching you right now.
Yeah.
To young girls, to teachers, to society.
Yeah.
Because we want change at the end of this.
Thank you very much. I want to call out.
Just 1 minute.
I want to call out on schools. And when I talk of schools here, I'm talking from the family. Parents, get involved in your children's educational process. Get involved. Teachers, please. These students, you are a teacher and you are a parent. Handle the children as if they are your children. Promote discipline more than punishment. And to the society, these children are our children. Once a child is born, everybody contributes to bringing up these children. If we want the children to have a safe haven in school to study in, all of us have to put our hands on deck. Now to the students, yes, you have a right to education, but you have obligations. You have to respect your teachers, you have to respect your parents who are spending money for you, and you have to respect your peer group. You have to be a source of inspiration to one another so that we can change.
All right, thank you so much, Crystal. Look at the camera that way. You have 30 seconds to talk to those who are watching right now.
Okay, Tilda has said it all, and I'll just emphasize on the girl child. Everything we're talking about has to do with education, who you want to become in future. And if we're making schools a safe haven for everyone, it's so that in the long run, our society is better. So focus, make sure that you speak out in case of any violence, in case of whatsoever, you speak out, you encourage us to work and to help you, and so that our society and even Cameroon in the future can become a better place for us all. Because if education now is affected, then what becomes of the future tomorrow? And
we were talking about school-related gender-based violence. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming.
Thank you,
for
Maureen,
honoring my invitation. And to you all, I want to say thank you for watching. From us in the studio, it's bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.